Previously on Wild Billz. In the final moments of Operation Sailfish,
Shark!
Team 4 Aces is robbed for 25 grand by a 300-pound bull shark. While against all odds,
dead in the water.
Team Vitamin C2 is the only Wild Billz team to cash in on the first tournament.
Got it!
And with 9th, 11th, and 13th place finishes overall, they're all in close contention leading into Tournament 2 of the Quest for the Crest Sailfish Series.
Sail!
It's the fastest fish in the ocean, the majestic, acrobatic, iconic Atlantic sailfish. In the high-stakes game of tournament fishing, there is no more formidable opponent.
They're so pretty and they're so fun. It's so exciting. I get a great adrenaline rush out of this.
This band of saltwater cowboys, hell-bent on winning, is here to chase sailfish bills and dollar bills on the high seas.
It's the top teams doing it fast, hard, and at the highest skill level there is.
In a series of multi-million-dollar tournaments where everything is on the line.
This is it. You're fishing against the best. You're fishing against the biggest purse.
Join Teams 4 Aces, Liquid, and Vitamin C2 as they risk life, fame, and fortune on their quest for the crest. Wild Billz.
Wild Billz, presented by Bass Pro Shops.
The 4-tournament Quest for the Crest Sailfish Series gets off to a dramatic start. With Team Vitamin C2 risking it all to earn 9th place in the first tournament, and the only payday among the Wild Billz teams.
Each and every person on that team is dedicated. We're here for a purpose. We're here to work hard and do the best we can and fish a tournament. I don't care if it was 15 to 20-foot seas. I would have jumped off the boat into the water to a floating boat to get whatever we had to do changed.
Gotcha, bro, we got you. Back off that.
Thank you.
With the second tournament of 4 6 weeks down the road, the contenders must keep their skills on point and their focus on the goal to win the world's largest sail fishing series and the lion's share of its multi-million-dollar purse.
We've got all the way till February, like 8th or something, before we get to fish the next tournament. And it's one day. So we'll get the guys together as much as possible, fishing a lot, hopefully, and just hanging out and keeping that camaraderie, keeping that team togetherness. It's not like we get to practice every day or really develop and build that group unity because we've all got lives outside of this. So we'll get together as much as possible in any fashion, dinner, anything. Just keep that unity and talk about fishing, talk about how we do everything. We got to keep it going for the next 4 or 5 months.
Between tournaments, the Quest for the Crest teams are always on the lookout to hook up with rival team members and let off steam. Fun fishing, mud buggies in the Everglades, pro rodeo roping, hunting. Anything is game, as long as they're in the great outdoors.
Fishing is my passion. I'm happy fishing bottom snapper, I'm happy fishing tuna, I'm happy fishing marlin, I'm happy fishing sailfish.
On a fun fishing outing with opposing team The Edge, 4 Aces owner and lead angler Peter Adrian takes a terrifying tumble from the bridge. He shakes it off and continues to crush cobia after cobia just off the Miami coast. It's that same competitive spirit that finds the 4 Aces frontman competing in bronc riding and roping alongside rival fisherman Danny Marks at the Davie Pro Rodeo.
I started buying cattle ranches when I was like in my mid-20s. So I started riding horses and I learned how to rope. I got competitive about 5 years ago. I'm nowhere close to where I am in roping to what I am in fishing. But I have fun at it, and I got real good friends, and I know most of the top team ropers in the country, and it's just an extra hobby that I do, and I love it. We're in the top 3. That's pretty good for not having roped for 16 months.
Up next, the Wild Billz teams join competing South Florida teams on the hunt in Central Ohio.
We're here because
Each of you, we know, likes to disappear in the woods as much as you like to chase sailfish around.
Fish out of water or 12-point buck.
Bass Pro Shops, it's more than a store.
It's great service from folks who know what they're talking about.
It's a low price guarantee.
And free events that are fun for the whole family.
It's great brands from Coleman and North Face to Redhead and Ascend.
Bass Pro Shops, where great service, great prices, and the great outdoors all meet up.
There's never been a better time to come to Bass Pro Shops than right now.
The award-winning Z Performance line from CV raises the bar. It's not just fast. It's not just fuel efficient. The CVZ is the entire package. It offers the perfect balance, safe, predictable handling during hard turns and at high speed. And most importantly, the Z stays on plane at lower speeds, so it can comfortably handle anything Mother Nature can dish out. Experience the exhilarating ride of the CVZ. Schedule a sea trial today.
Sea Hunter Boats. Style built for performance, built to last. Just go to SeaHunterBoats.com and design the boat of your dreams. We offer a wide array of options and custom build every boat. Sea Hunter produces hulls that are unsinkable, backed by the best factory service in the business. We guarantee you won't find a better competitively priced center console value because we sell factory direct. Sea Hunter, where performance and value meet to give you a boating experience investment that keeps its worth. Go to SeaHunterBoats.com and start your Sea Hunter journey.
These are the teams. This is their field. This is their opponent. This is the quest for the crest. The best sailfishing teams on the planet will battle the seas, sailfish, and each other as they compete for an estimated purse of more than $2 million. 4 premier events, 4 premier venues, 1 grand champion. Let the quest begin.
Wild Billz is presented by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. And by CV Boats. Lead the way. Sea Hunter. Pay attention because we're fast. Seth McGinn's Can Cooker. Cater to your crowd. Adrian Holmes. Live the difference. And Blue Water Movement. Promoter, producer of the Quest for the Crest Sailfish series.
The Wild Billz teams join rival Quest for the Crest teams Salesman and The Edge to hit the woods at Seraphim Ranch in Ohio. Team 4 Aces Peter Adrian makes a pit stop to test his high-tech hunting bow.
We got a brand new crossbow that my captain set up for me and that I am going to shoot for the first time. And it looks like it was built by some aliens or something. Look how cool it looks. See? Bring it on. Oh, it's a lighted receptacle. Ooh. So nice. Everybody back.
When the Wild Billz teammates aren't on the water, hunting is an alternative form of outdoor therapy.
I started doing the hunting thing, watching hunting shows all day long from my accident on the couch for a couple months when I couldn't really get around.
Vitamin C2 owner, captain, and 3-time world champion Tim Maddock is back to competitive sail fishing after a disabling carbon monoxide accident also took the life of his girlfriend 3 years ago.
I kept watching these guys shoot these deer with a bow, and you know, I got customers all over the country that have been asking me to come deer hunting for 15, 20 years. I got out of the hospital in September, went to my buddy's place in Texas in December, and I shot a doe with my bow, and I thought it was the best thing in the world.
The Seraphim Ranch is a first-class hunting experience, and the fishermen are stoked to put their marksmanship to the test.
Hunting is not as big a passion as fishing, but one of my passions of all my life.
Welcome to the Seraphim Ranch, baby.
Team 4 Aces Peter Adrian and best friend Iggy Quintana are up before daybreak in hopes of harvesting a rutting buck.
Awesome weapon is loaded. We're in a ground blind right at daylight. I'm using my crossbow here. That's actually the first time I ever hunt with one of these things, but nothing's moving yet. There's a full moon. Animals were up all night moving around, so we're being very quiet. Hopefully something will come and we can get a shot at a good buck. My buddy Iggy in the stand sitting behind me. This is his first time out here, and trying to keep him quiet. So far, so good. Don't know how long that's gonna last, though. I've owned ranches for over 20 years in Texas. Been a hunter since I was a teenager. I actually went hunting with my father for the first time when I was 15 years old. To me, hunting is all about being out there with my families and my friends on the outdoors, just like fishing. It's an outdoors activity that is extremely rewarding. There's a big buck going into that place back there with the corn feeder. I saw a pretty nice buck. I was on a different blind. 145, 150 class buck, 10-pointer, beautiful buck. He didn't give me a shot with my crossbow.
After breakfast, another group of guys heads out from the lodge to test out their firearms.
Whoa! Think about the shot more than once, don't do it. Yep. We are real bad about just popping up and getting down.
I don't know, but let me tell you something. When it comes to a sailfish, I'll tell you everything about to know about a sailfish.
Then it's off for a morning of wing shooting in one of the best upland bird hunting fields in the Midwest.
That point.
I got one.
Yeah, baby! Nice shot.
Thank you, man.
Hit him!
You ready, boys?
Yeah, baby!
That was badass.
We are approximately 1,200 miles away from home, South Florida as we like to call it. So why are we here? We're here because each of you we know likes to disappear in the woods as much as you like to chase sailfish around. Captain Art Sapp, as a guy who's spent a lot of time in deer stands and a guy who's running a boat and spends countless hours as a captain in the ocean, talk about a little bit the intensity of the stalk on the deer, the stalk on the sailfish. You're up in the deer stand. All of a sudden, here he is. That massive rack appears coming down that ledge. What gets that heart pumping more? Where's your truest passion?
Well, truest passion without still is in the ocean, but it's very different. That whole buck fever thing, that to me doesn't exist in the ocean. I've done it for too long. The excitement is there, but the confidence that we're going to get it done is far, far greater in the ocean than it is here. The ocean, it's more of a group thing, so there's that camaraderie that I dearly love. But the adrenaline, the heart's thumping always. We're probably all going to die a little younger than we ought to because it beats so fast. But my true passion was always in the ocean, and I'll never get away from that. I can't get away from that. I love it.
So Tim, I mean, obviously I know you've hunted in a lot of different places. How close have you come to drawing back and having a real opportunity so far?
2 days ago in the morning, I came close to trying to make a decision. Should I shoot it or shouldn't I? It wasn't. They keep saying, you know, when you see the right one, you won't have to decide. And I saw that tonight. Had a big 8-point walk in at 315 and actually a 9-point. Really nice deer, definitely would have shot it, but it was a little out of my bow range and he walked away.
You know, the outdoors experience is something that all of you guys seem to share in common. So what is it that trips your trigger as far as being out here?
Oh, it's just nice being out here. The camaraderie with everybody else. Getting to know everybody else a little bit more and just having a good time.
The teams enjoy another day of relaxing and winter hunting before reality hits and it's back to the quest.
Hopefully by the time we've gone 4 or 5 months of competing against each other and filming, we're going to create some type of brotherhood, if you could call that, and that will be great because we'll be able to better promote what we do, which is what I think this is all about.
The greatest thing about this trip, aside from seeing amazing deer and amazing countryside and meeting some really neat new people, was guys that I have spent the last 12 or 13 years competing against, and certainly being very cordial and talking on occasion and always thought of as friends. We've actually gotten to know each other and developed a respect that's probably going to allow us to work together a lot better in the ocean. There's so many parts of our lives, even outside of the tournaments, that we do
kind of bounce off each other, and it's going to make it so much nicer. And I really feel like I've now got a dozen new real friends. I mean, not acquaintances anymore. These guys are now friends, and you can't have enough good friends in this world. You never know when you need to fall back on one of them.
You know, the camaraderie, everybody keeps talking about, it's awesome. Meeting everybody, hanging out with everybody, seeing it on a different level, knowing it's going to change here in a couple weeks.
Bonding aside, the Wild Bills teams are ready to return to their familiar South Florida waters and get back to the sport they love most, competitive sail fishing. Up next, the gauntlet is thrown. Area code 305 faces off with 954 in a mostly friendly fishing challenge.
Bass Pro Shops, it's more than a store.
It's great service from folks who know what they're talking about.
It's a low price guarantee.
And free events that are fun for the whole family.
It's great brands from Coleman and North Face to Redhead and Ascend.
Bass Pro Shops, where great service, great prices, and the great outdoors all meet up.
There's never been a better time to come to Bass Pro Shops than right now.
Wild Billz is presented by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. And by CV Boats. Lead the way. Sea Hunter. Pay attention because we're fast. Seth McGinn's Can Cooker. Cater to your crowd. Adrian Holmes. Live the difference. And Blue Water Movements. Promoter, producer of the Quest for the Crest Sailfish series.
Hailing from the 305, Miami, Quest for the Crest teams 4 Aces and The Edge are challenged by area code 954 teams to the north, teams Liquid, Vitamin C2, and Salesman. It's the 305 versus the 954 Drift Boat Challenge.
It's going down. We're going to catch 13, they're going to catch 12.
Still a month to go before the second of 4 tournaments, and these guys can't get in enough fishing or competing.
The Drift Boat Challenge. We're really here to have a good time, blow off a little steam before the next tournament. But I know with this group of guys here and you guys there, none of you guys can get on a boat without some kind of a bet. So here it is. The 954 versus the 305 Drift Boat Challenge. We're chasing sails around off the Edge in South Florida. Most releases wins. Loser buys, the winner, the bar tab. It's on.
What keeps me coming back is every single part of it. Camaraderie is, unbelievable. Out there messing around with your buddies, whether you're in a tournament or you're just fun fishing. It's the smack talking that goes on is unbelievable.
Compared to the tournament boats, the lumbering custom-made drift boats are plenty cushy. Once they get over a nice deep trough, they put out the spread. Then it's time to sit back, relax, and wait for sails.
Actually really, really good. Somehow we lucked into the north kite, so if anybody's going to get bit first, it ought to be one of these 2 kites.
Trying to get as many kites out as possible. I think we have 5 kites out. The problem is you take 3, 4, 5 teams and put them on one boat. Everybody fishes a little bit different, and it's hard to collectively come up with a deal.
For all the trash talk, the fish aren't biting much. Until Captain Art Sapp snags a nice-looking wahoo. First keeper for the 954.
Did catch a wahoo, and I stone whiffed the sail, but I hadn't had a rod in my hands in so long. Excuses, I f***ed it up. But the only sail bite we had on the 954 boat. It was a good time. Again, it's the camaraderie of now 3 teams together on one boat, and it made for a really good time.
Everybody just calm down.
The Drift Boat Challenge, it's a cool thing.
Hey, you're gonna grab it. Hey, grab this leader, it's right here.
So far,
Hey, Skipper, you want those bones?
everything caught is the wrong species, with a sailfish yet to be scored. Back on the 305 boat, it's the same story, yielding only a couple of king mackerel.
Get up, John Louie!
Finally, legendary 4 Aces captain John Louie Dudas gets bit.
I think that was just luck. Wayne did a great job trying to keep the boat in position and everything all day, and we had good bait and we kept things working. Everybody kept trying, but the fishing was just super slow. We got lucky enough to get a right shot and we got it.
All right, Lou!
But it was fun though. Everybody had a good time, the group. Everybody joked around all day and had a good time at it.
First sail on the drift boat.
305.
Finally.
Line him up.
Something happened. 305 won.
And the 305 wins the challenge with the only sailfish caught today.
It was fun. Fishing sucked, but it's not sometimes about just the fish, and sometimes it's about the company.
So, the 305 takes down the 954 on one sailfish caught. Next time these teams meet will be in the Sailfish Challenge, where the stakes are for real. Up next, with the Sailfish Challenge just around the corner, preparations and predictions take on a more serious tone. In February, the second tournament of the Quest for the Crest Sailfish Series fields over 70 teams in the country's largest sailfish tournament, the Three Inlet Sailfish Challenge. Stretching from Miami all the way up to West Palm Beach, the captains have a lot of ocean to cover in their pursuit of sailfish pods.
This tournament's tough. Like you say, it's 3 inlets, and 180 miles is on the low side for a boat like mine, a quad engine boat. I can run 67 miles an hour really far, really fast. So the issue we've got here, it would be no big deal, the 3 inlet format and the expansive area we got to cover, if the fish were actually biting and we could put a little pattern on them.
It's 3 inlets, 40, 50 miles between all the inlets. So the key to this tournament is to try to guess where the fish are going to be accumulated. Because, you know, sailfish sometimes accumulate in certain reefs, and that's where you get your big numbers. And big numbers is what wins tournaments. This tournament, the most important thing is to figuring out where the fish are going to be.
You want to make the right decision, definitely. And everything that you see weather-wise and the way the fishing has been, it seems like it's going to be better to the south. That's what we're hoping for. Normally this time of year, down in the Miami area, the sail fishing is usually better than up in Palm Beach. The last few years, it's been better up to the north. But normally, over the years past, the southern area is always a little bit better, a little bit stronger. And hopefully that's the way it's going to play out for us.
I plan on leaving at Hillsborough Inlet as it stands, unless I hear something way far to the south or way up to the north. If it's around Miami Inlet or around Palm Beach Inlet, I can still get there with plenty of time in the morning. That way I can keep all my baits at my house, you know, the boat and all that stuff.
They're among the world's best sail fishermen, chasing the common goal. But only one team will take home the Quest for the Crest title, with burgundy jackets all around.
Our key to success would say just listen to Art. Whatever Art says goes and we follow him.
There's something there, tailing right at it. What is that?
He's our leader. He's the horse we go to the race with, and we just do our jobs and everything takes care of itself every time.
Every one of the teams is competition. They're all great teams.
We need to catch these two. We're running out of time.
It's sweet to beat Dudas because he's just one of the best. You know, it's nice to beat him. But I like to beat the guy who's in second place. That's the guy I like to beat. Whoever that is. If it's Vitamin C, if they're in second place, I like to beat them. I always tell them, you know, good luck on second place. Hope we're in first.
Watch your rocks and begin your bait on the top.
It's never enough, no matter how much effort you put into it, no matter how much desire, no matter how much passion. And that's what it's got to be. It's got to be passion. You can't do it for the money. I want to be down here because we're on a center console boat, and you got all these guys with their $2 and $3 million, $4 million, $5 million boats that got 4 paid crew and kick their ass all the time. That's why I do it, because I'm good at it. I have a burning passion for it.
We all like to say that we're the best, and you know, we do it better than anybody. And you know, I'm the first one that's always, I'm gonna kick your butt, and you know, I'll take whatever bet comes. And, you know, we're always gung-ho and ready to go out there and beat everybody. But we're not the only ones that can do it. There's a good handful of guys, that can do it, and that's what makes it exciting.
Next week on Wild Billz, the 3 Inlet Sailfish Challenge opens with over 70 boats competing for a $500,000 purse. Which Wild Billz team will lead the way?
Dude, so long, buddy.